Hello there, YouTubers and fellow subscribers and fellow YouTube viewers. A very good evening and welcome to episode 7 of this Burnley career mode. We're midway, as you can see, through November, and we've got another 3 games to round off the month. This is part 2 of November. The 3 games that we're going to be doing tonight on this particular video, 2 of them are away and one at home as well. 2 come from the Premier League and 1 obviously from the Champions League. But what a biggie. AC Milan away from home at the San Siro. It doesn't get any better than that, does it, Burnley fans? And as per the league games, obviously the away match at the Britannia, which we'll be focusing on firstly in a few moments time, and a home match with Aston Villa at Turf Moor, before we're going to obviously a busy December and all the pre-Christmas fixtures as well, and the end of the Champions League group phase. But that's all to come on episode 8 of that career mode. Episodes 8 and 9 will be dedicated to that December. Meanwhile, it's November we have to concentrate on now, and we're going to go into the first of our 3 matches. We're top of the table. Just to remind you, the table just before we go into the Stoke game, we're 3 points clear of Mourinho's Chelsea. That we've got 26 points, they've got 23. United a point back on 22, and Spurs on 19. Stoke, they start the game. They start out with the clash with us. We're about 8 points behind on 18 points, 9th place. Not a bad start for Mark Hughes' men there. But they know they'll have it tough against us at Turf Moor for absolutely sure. So, our first port of call is the Britannia for Burnley's latest away match with Stoke City. Warmest of welcomes on a rain-cold soaked Britannia Stadium as Burnley's latest fixture in this Mark II Burnley career mode continues on a damp day in the Potteries. Burnley top, going in there 3 points above Chelsea. Stoke start the day 9th position. Station Shackle leads the handshakes from the Burnley point of view. Ryan Shawcross there, as you can see, the Stoke City captain. Let's have a look at the 2 lineups, shall we? Starting with Stoke City, Sorensen is preferred to Begovic in the goals. Peter Crouch will play up front alongside Walters and Asaidi offering support on both flanks. Ireland will lead the midfield area there alongside Stephen Nzonzi with Stidwell, the only midfielder. And a look at the Burnley lineup. Obviously no Harry Kane, he's out for injury. Ashley Barnes gets the nod up front alongside Danny Ings and Bob Sam Bolks, who starts on the bench. Otherwise it's the team that just picks itself really on the back of a terrific start this season. And we've already got the fluorescent balls out now. Fluorescent football out now for the winter. And we're all set to go. Referee's all set and we're underway. Burnley only lost once, I think, in the Premier League all season. That was to West Bromwich Albion on back in September. They've lost 2 competitive games all season. They lost 3-2, of course, to Milan, who they face next up in the Champions League. That's a crucial game for the leadership of the group in midweek. So they'll be buoyed to go into this game on the back there. They'll want to get the job done as quickly as possible and rest a few big names for that. Stoke have a player down, and it's Peter Crouch, and he may well have to come off early here. He's hurt himself there with a challenge of Kieran Trippier there. It's a sad sight to see, and obviously drop ball, and then Burnley just generously knocking the ball out for a Stoke City goal kick. I don't think Crouch has actually been substituted yet. I think he's going to try and run the injury off. So, no, he has been replaced. Mami Byrne Giroux. Well, I don't know where we got the intelligence from, but it was a bit confusing there. But Crouch, I felt couldn't continue there after that challenge. He just showed a bit groggy. Meanwhile, back in the game, it's Danny Ings now with a chance for the Clarets, and a great save by Sorensen. Well, the way Danny Ings has been playing this season so far, you'd have expected him to bury that, but Sorensen spread himself and has kept Stoke City level at 0-0. What will be taken by David Jones. Ings is lurking again. So too is Stephen Ward of all people. And he got his shot badly wrong. Hands on the head of Michael Kitely. He's had a terrific start to the season. Made on a few goals and scored 1 or 2 himself, I think. And it's been a quality start by a side who weren't expected to even challenge for a top 10 place. If you look at the size of the squad and the budgets there is. The Champions League though is a godsend. Here's Stephen Ward. Didn't try his luck, but again nowhere near the target. Stoke's next game is a tough one. Away at White Hart Lane to play Tottenham. November the 25th they play that particular game. Meanwhile, 0-0. Here in a rain-soaked Potteries deep in the Midlands. And a one there. It's Serge Gnabry taking it up. And Sorensen just come towards the edge of his penalty box and he's able to grab at the ball, no problem. Bit of a surprise, Sorensen being in the side. He's an experienced campaigner, there's no doubt about it, but I thought Begovic would have got the nod. Meanwhile, here's Ings. And again, Sorensen denies him. That's 2 good saves he's made there from Danny Ings. And this one was an even better save than the initial shot he blocked earlier on the one-on-one. It's turning out to be a personal duel between Sorensen and Ings at the moment. Jones looks as if he wanted to float that in. Ings wanted a short one, but in the corner came to nothing, and Sorensen was able to gather it in. Ashley Barnes, we've not seen much of him in the game so far. Here's David Jones. Turning nicely. Comes again, good turn. Creates himself half a yard of space and Burnley force another corner. Another good save from Thomas Sorensen. Well, he's having an inspired match so far. Former Sunderland goalkeeper. And another Clarets corner. All the dark shirts forward as you would expect. Barnes trying to get up in there. Comes to Serge Gnabry and the shot deflected and it's behind again for another Burnley corner. Well, the Clarets putting a lot of pressure on the Stoke defence, but no breakthrough so far as Jones takes another corner and again it's floated in and it comes out as far as Trippier. Goal kick. That's the save from Sorensen. Beautifully tipped over the crossbar. Played over half an hour. In the rain here in the Potteries. 0-0. Sorensen with the kick. Dawson with the head. Malfield takes possession. Shackle. Now Ward. Barnes. Gnabry. Now Ings. Now Jones again. Barnes is up ahead. Still Jones. Good play. It's David Jones for Burnley. 1-0. And David Jones is having a purple patch as far as goal scoring is concerned this season. Has just scored another one. He had a terrific start. He got 2 against Chelsea, remember, on the opening day, and 1 against Swansea. Well, he's at it again. He's up to his old tricks again. He's scoring goals. And that one is just by Burnley in the lead as we come towards the closing stages of this first half. The Clarets have been on top, there's no doubt about it. Goal number 7 from midfield this season. I don't think he's had a goal scoring season quite like that in his career. Well, it's 39 minutes gone and David Jones is the scorer. Amazingly 7 goals this season in the Premier League. Must put him up the front runners for top scorer. He must be the highest goal scoring midfielders so far in the entire Premier League. Ball given away and Kitely feeds Ings. And Ings now can run at the defenders. He's beaten them all now. It's Danny Ings, he's round Sorensen, but it's blocked away. Comes to Arfield. Ings lurks again. Jones tries his luck again. He's trying to get his second goal. Here's Ward, giving away. 5 added minutes. Ireland. Jiffy's waiting in the middle. Back comes the former Stoke man, Kitely. Here's Trippier to Arfield. Gnabry giving away. Deep into stoppage time now. Stoke go for one final flourish at the end of this first half. And Ireland keeps the ball well, and the shot coming in, and it's just got over the top. Half time. Well, David Jones is up to his old goal scoring habits this season. I don't think he's had a much prolific season as far as goal scoring is concerned, but it's his goal in the 39th minute that is deciding this contest. And at half time it's Stoke 0, Burnley 1. Welcome back to the Britannia. Just some half times to keep you up to date. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. Big game at the Emirates. Arsenal getting the vote in that game by 0-0. Same scoreline going the way of Aston Villa, not too far from here, just down the M6 against Southampton by 0-0 at Villa Park. Chelsea leading West Brom by the same scoreline at Stamford Bridge. Routine performance so far for Liverpool away at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. 2-0 they lead. Everton walking it against West Ham. 3 up at half time at Goodison Park. Goalless between Hull and Spurs at the KC Stadium. 2-0 to Sunderland over Leicester so far at half-time at the King Power. At the Etihad Stadium, it's 2-1 to Manchester City against Swansea. And finally, at St James's Park, it's Newcastle 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Here at the Britannia, it's Stoke 0, Burnley 1. No changes from either side as the Potters in the red and white stripes attack the goal to our left. Burnley in the dark strip attacking the goal to where most of their supporters are based to our right. Here's Scott Arfield. Ings is waiting in the middle. It's chipped in. Comes to Barnes on the edge. Ings might still control it. I think the flag has got up for offside. Indeed it has. Near side flag. Ings, well, was he off? Was he off? I don't think he was. The linesman had a better eyesight than me, then he's done well. I felt that was on. Looking at the replay, it certainly was. Double offside flag given again. It's 2 offsides in about a minute or 2, I think. But Burnley hold all the aces here and could be about to stay for another week at least top of the pile in the Barclays Premier League. If they can hold on. Or maybe extend the lead. Stoke really haven't tested Tom Heaton at all as an attacking force. They haven't put too much pressure on the defence. Here's Scott Arfield. Can Gnabry get there first? No, he can't. Good challenge again. Trippier, to his credit, had kept it in and then it just sort of just bounced out of play. That's going to be a Burnley throw. Just over 10 minutes gone in the second half. Zolty, well played. Excellent challenge. Change for Stoke. John Walters coming off. I'm not seeing little. We haven't seen Precious Little in Johnny Walters. Victor Moses will enter the fray now for Stoke. Mark Hughes' side looking to try and get back in this game. And he thinks Victor Moses may be the man to deliver it for him. So a Stoke City throw. This is in Zonzi. Away from Trippier and Arfield, and now this could be problems here. There's the cross deflected on it, and it was the aforementioned substitute Moses that came flying in at the far post. Real danger there for Burnley. He got up above Ward, but lacked direction. First real opportunity we've seen Stoke really string together in the entire match. It's taken them about an hour to get their act together. Still 1-0 to Burnley, but at the moment. Stoke having a little bit of possession and a little bit of pressure. And the lead's a little bit of a precarious one. David Jones is the scorer of that Burnley goal. And Ings is offside. It's a bit frustrating for Burnley's attacks. They've been called offside now. I make that 3 times already in the first 20 minutes of the second half. He's been called offside actually 3 times, as you can see. And the caption in the top left-hand corner of your screen. But Burnley still leading. Not been an advantage away performance. Mind you, the weather conditions don't help for quality football. Pass just about reaching Dawson. Ings. Away from 2. Opponent's well, and he hit the stanchion at the back. He must have missed the target by inches. Nothing more, nothing less. Because he had Sorensen sprawling for all he's worth. And he wasn't far away. Norwich really should be out of sight by now. But Stoke somehow still in with a chance of maybe snatching a point out of this. Still time for them to snatch all 3 if they want to. All depends on how Burnley go about their business. That should be Heaton's. To be fair to Tom Heaton, he's not had a lot to do. I don't think he's had 1 save to make. What he's had to do, it's been purely routine. That's onside here. And Barnes is through. Barnes should shoot, and he's missed it by hitting the bottom of the post. Well, he did everything right, but he missed the target. He hit the post. And Asaidi is being withdrawn, and that dangerous Spaniard Bojan, the man they signed from Barcelona, surprised a lot of people there. For a man of Bojan's talents, why he wasn't given any further chances at Barcelona is beyond me. Free kick for offside again. Oh no, it was actually a foul there. So it wasn't for offside, it couldn't have been. 10 minutes to go then. Shawcross with the free kick. Headed away by Dawson, now Kitely. Barnes, he's got Ings now to the right. And here's Danny Ings, he's through now. This is the break that Burnley want now. Can he finish the game off? They can! The Clarets go 2 up, and will now head to AC Milan on Wednesday night, knowing that they've got 3 more points in the bank. Ings doubles Burnley's lead. He adds to the goal that David Jones got for them. The Claret supporters behind the goal go absolutely mad with glee. 3 points safely, surely now in the bag. Stoke City 0, Burnley 2. Ings scores another priceless goal, certainly for Burnley's cause. So 2 goals Burnley lead by. But wait a moment. Wait a moment. There's the shot coming in from Juve, I think, and Ward got a block on it. It's diverted the ball away there. Boyan was actually to his left as well if he'd had a look up. 5 minutes to go. Stoke 0, Burnley 2. There's the corner coming in. Oof! Over the top of the bar. Shawcross was right in there. And a little bit of a free header there that Burnley gifted Ryan Shawcross there. But to no avail. Goal kick. Shackle. Oh, dear me, that was careless by the Burnley captain. Well recovered. That's a better ball. Barnes. And Ings now twisting and turning this Stoke defence. And he's through this time. Is it free? Oh, he's missed it. Well, I don't think it will matter in the grand scheme of things. He's scored 9 goals in his 12 appearances so far. This was the moment he actually hit the bullseye. And not that bad miss he just produced then. But it doesn't matter now. There's surely no time for Stoke to get one back. Gnabry. Barnes. Barnes, 3! 3 more goals, 3 more points for the Clarets. And the Claret supporters go home jubilant. They'll go up the M6 full of glee and full of happiness back to Burnley tonight, because they've put in a fantastic away performance here, the Clarets. And really, whatever Stoke tried to throw at them was never going to be good enough. And Ashley Barnes helps himself to 1. Stoke City 0, Burnley 3. Barnes' third goal of the season. They're going to make changes here, Burnley. Folks is going to come on, I think. And Whelan is going to play up front. And they're going to take off Serge Gnabry and put on Nathaniel Shalabar just to put some cameo roles, really. 3-0. No doubt about it now. Barnes and Ings came off to a rapturous welcome. Jones has had a magnificent game in the midfield, scored his 7th goal of the season. And there it is. And Burnley go into that crucial match with AC Milan in the San Siro in midweek with a fantastic victory here at the Britannia. Goals from Jones in the first half, added to by Ings and Barnes in the second. And Burnley win here and stay top of the table by 3-0. And a warm welcome here to the San Siro. This really would put Burnley in a great position of qualifying for the knockout rounds of the Champions League here. They know that they can close the gap on Milan with a victory here. And it would take them through, certainly into the knockout rounds. So plenty of incentive. Milan could actually win the group tonight with victory here. And if Milan were to win today, or tonight rather, it would put Burnley back in trouble again as returns are qualifying for the knockout stages. So a Burnley win is imperative. But they've got to do it here at this magnificent San Siro stadium against the good Milan team who have shown no mercy in their 4 games so far. And this is their lineup. Bonaventure is one to watch on one of the wings alongside Honda, the Japanese player. Fernando Torres, once of Chelsea and Atletico Madrid starts, and watch out for Montalivo and Nigel de Jong in the midfield. Burnley go with that same 11 that beat Stoke City in their last match in the Premier League. Serge Gnabry and David Jones keep their places. Dawson and Shackle keep their places at centre back. Ashley Barnes, who scored against Stoke, who scored one of the goals, he scored the third one. But he caused a shock tonight. He's preferred to some folks up front alongside Danny Ings. What an atmosphere, what a stadium. Man in charge is from Spain, Ignacio Munez Velate. Burnley have brought that 6,000 fans over to Italy for this real clash. A win for Burnley, surely they qualify with 1 game to spare. It's a home cash with Leon. They tap the goal to our left. And here's Danny Ings. Good effort! Good save by Lopez. That would have been a magnificent start for the Clarets away from home in one of the biggest grounds, if not in Europe, the world, but the world. 80,000 inside this past San Siro arena as that header goes wide. And Ings was right in there. This was his earlier effort. In fact, it's deflected. It's a corner kick. Jones isn't going to be taking it. It's going to be Serge Gnabry. Gnabry with the corner. And a free header on the post. Arfield follows in. And I think it's another corner. Well, it was Shackle who had the... Shackle having a header as well. Here's Jones again with another corner. And again a header up, and this time Dawson with a header. And this time Milan survived with a goal kick. But what a good opening start to the game for Burnley. They forced the keeper into making a save, and they've hit the post. Jason Shackle hitting the post. Lopez with the kick. Milan surviving. Oh, that's good play. That's magnificent play. Oh, and he's in the crossbar. It's a penalty. The Spanish ref's giving a penalty now. What's going to happen here? I think a red card's coming out. Well, this looks harsh. Arfield has been sent off after only 10 minutes. Now, I can only think he's denied a goal-scoring opportunity. Montolivo had the shot. But he's took him out, hasn't he? And the referee, I suppose, when the advantage, when it came off the crossbar, I don't think he had any other choice. So Burnley, as harsh as this sounds, are rightly down to 10 men and have to face a penalty taken by former Atletico Madrid and Liverpool player Torres, and it's gone in down the middle, and Eaton nearly saved it with his legs. Milan take the lead through Fernando Torres. 80,000 Milanese go mad with glee, and Burnley's Champions League adventure now hangs in the balance for the time being at least. Oh, it's gone right through his legs. And only as he scored the penalty, he's not made the goalkeeper. Oh, the goalkeeper, and the fact the goalkeeper got something on it, and he was very, very unlucky. Burnley here, down to 10 men, and maybe forced into an early change here because they need somebody on the wings, and it looks as if Ings may have to play up top on his own here because they can't continue like this, and I think Whelan will have to come on and play in the midfield, and Gnabry come out to the right hand side. They have no other choice here, the Clarets, because without a right winger there's no real cutting edge on that side. So it looks as if Ings is going to have to go up top on his own. Meanwhile, Glenn Whelan, the substitute, forces the save from Lopez. But Burnley can't be perturbed by what's just happened to them. I mean, the referee, yes, he made the right decision, but could he have shown a little bit of leniency, perhaps? And it's Scotty Arfield's first defence now. This is where the laws become a grey area. Big game for both sides, this. Here's Kiteley, though. Burnley aren't being perturbed. Oh, good save! Kiteley was in for the equaliser. Lopez parried it, but it went away from Danny Ings, who was following up to pick up the pieces. And it went away. David Jones with the corner. Swung into the danger zone. Burnley have been pretty good on set plays, but now they could be caught short at the back. But Trippier across and did magnificently well. Kiteley. Oh, what a lovely bit of play. And the cross in there. Header back. Dawson will get there. Now Gnabry. Trippier. Whelan. Lost out. 29 minutes gone. Milan 1 up. Torres penalty. David Jones, advantage played by the Spanish referee. And Ings is onside. Good save by Lopez. Ings should have equalised. Here he is now. And Trippier going forward. It's Trippier. Good save again by Lopez. I'm making that about 7 saves he's made in 34 minutes of play. Bonaventure has been fouled for an earlier challenge there by him on Kiteley. Kiteley's going to try his luck now. That's a good corner. Shackle. Good effort. Again tipped over by Lopez. For the corner. Burnley trying to put a few wrongs right here in the later stages of the first half. Ings is there! Another save! Well, there's no beating this goalkeeper tonight. Everything that's been thrown at him, he's saving it all. Is it going to be one of those days? Jones again with another corner. And a good header and another save. Well, there's just no beating this goalkeeper. Stephen Ward with a header. I'm not sure whether it was going in or not. But the Clarets are having chance upon chance upon chance. Just can't beat the goalkeeper. I'll tell you what they have had though, plenty of corners. Michael Carter's going to take the latest. Here it comes. And that's a header. And this time the goalkeeper holds on. I think it was Jones who got the header in fact. Last 5 minutes of a very, very contentious first half, full of talking points. Interested to see what talking points go on about the penalty decision. There's no doubt it was a penalty. But should the referee have erred on the side of caution and maybe get Scotty Arfield on the field? The sending off doesn't seem to perter certainly Danny Ings and certainly Burnley at the moment as they go charging forward looking for this equaliser. They've got it! And boy, have they deserved it! Danny Ings strikes again when Burnley needed it most. 6,000 Clarets go mad in Milan. And not even the brilliant Lopez, who's absolutely been superb in this first half, could have kept that one out. Ings struck it with coolness and authority. 9 goals in Europe this season. And 4 of them came in the Amsterdam Arena against Ajax of Amsterdam. But that could well be the most crucial one of the lot. Because that goal might just take Burnley more or less on the verge of the last 16. And here's Ings again. He's twisted. He's turning. He's in the area. Good save again by Lopez. And he's had a first half, Diego Lopez. Many top draw saves. But Burnley have beaten him once. They trailed to a penalty from Torres from Milan after Arfield had brought him down, brought Montalivo down and got himself sent off. But right at the end, Danny Ings has rescued it for Burnley at the moment. And at half-time here at the San Siro, it's 1-1. Welcome back, everybody, to the San Siro for these, as the players are about to get us underway for the second half. Just before we do, to bring you some half-time scores up and down Europe. At the Emirates, it's Arsenal 1, Napoli 1. In the Principality, it's Monaco 1, Anderlecht 1. Bruges doing really well to hold Barcelona to a 1-1 half-time score. 20-0, CSKA 1. Grasshopper 1, PSG 1. And Lyon and Ajax, the other game in this group. So they're cancelling each other out, and 1-1 doesn't do either side any good in terms of trying to outstrip Burnley to finish at least second place. And Valencia trailing to Olympiacos by 2-1. Meanwhile, the 10 men of Burnley prepared to get us underway. No changes at half time, just the one change, and it was Glenn Whelan who came on for Ashley Barnes. As Gnabry goes for goal at the start of the second half. And just misses the target this time. No requirement for Lopez to make a save this time. And this stadium is full and buzzing. And even when the visiting support gets involved, it's the atmosphere here at San Siro is a joy to behold. It's one of the greatest atmospheres in world football. Here's a chance for Milan now to break forward again. Dangerous looking cross. Tom Eaton there. Calmness and authoritative in that Burnley goal. And a good throw out to Trippier, Gnabry, Wheeler. It's a nice turn. Trippier we go. It'll be a Claret's throw. Holding the mighty Milan to 1-1. Jones. Still Jones. He's made himself space for the shot, and Lopez speeded out. And didn't make a particularly good job of the save, but he got away with it because there was not enough Claret's following in there to maybe pounce on the error by the goalkeeper. That's a foul. And another red card. And again, well, Montolivo, the man who won the penalty that saw the end. Well, this looks, it's a tackle from behind. Now, whether it was dangerous or not, that's another talking point. Well, whether the referee felt guilty about sending Arfield off, I'm not sure, but he's leaving the score now in terms of red cards. Both teams now down to 10 men, and Van Ginkel has come on. Well, it's all happening here. Been action-packed here, so both sides now with 10 men. Arfield sent off for Burnley, and now Montolivo getting his marching orders from the Spanish referee. As Trippier's cross deflected and Diego Lopez grabs the ball. Well, the goalkeeper for Milan has been their man of the match. There's no two ways about that. Save upon save. And here's Whelan. Offside. Well. El Shawari. He comes on now. Well, it's the first chance we've had for a while, the pause for breath. We've had so many talking points about this match alone. It would take us all night to go through the lot. 2 red cards, 2 goals, 1 penalty. A superb piece of individual goalkeeping brilliance, and an opportunity there for Ings at the back post, but Milan got numbers back to defend the cross. Wall with the throw. Batley. He's relished it here at the San Siro. Oh, he almost relished it even more. Good save by Lopez. Well, what a last 15 minutes or so we got on our hands now. Both teams deadlocked at 1-1. Both teams have lost a man. 1 red card apiece. Here's Jones with the corner. Headed out, but only as far as Shackle. Dawson. Stayed forward. Dawson's shot deflected. And it stayed in play. Goalkeeper saved it, and then one of his defenders kept it from going behind for a corner. Well, there's no doubt in my mind who's been the better team tonight, and it's certainly not Milan. And it tells you something when their goalkeeper is playing out of his skin. And they've lost the ball now. It's 1 against 1 more or less, and Ings, if he beats the defender, he's through on Lopez again. And this time he's 1-on-1. Can he beat Lopez this time? He can! 7 minutes to play! And that goal from Ings, his 10th in Europe this season, could well be the goal that takes them through to the last 16 of the Champions League. A real thriller at the San Siro here. Burnley have come from behind and now have the lead. 6,000 Clarets can't believe their eyes. AC Milan 1, Burnley 2. Incredible scenes here. Gnabry. Jones. It's a lead that Burnley more than deserve. And never discount AC Milan. Shackle. Whelan. Can't find Gnabry. El Shawari. That's a good ball by El Shawari. Well defended by Shackle. Going to stop his time. 5 out of the minutes. And here's Ings now. He could settle this contest once and for all now. Goalkeeper stopped him. But Milan don't have much time. They've got to get on with it. Lopez is taking most of his time with getting this goal kick forward. Tightly. It's all over! Plenty of talking points, but the winning goal comes from that man there, Danny Ings. He scored another 2. Both sides had a man sent off, but it's AC Milan who have been beaten for the first time in Europe this season, and beaten by Burnley, who got through to the knockout stage by 2. Well, welcome to Turf Moor as Burnley look to follow up their fantastic victory in the San Siro against AC Milan, against Aston Villa here today. It's all about the top of the table, and Burnley have made a superb start. Only one defeat in the league this season, that's to West Bromwich Albion. And they come up against the Villa side, who are in and around that bottom bit of the mid-table position at the moment. A little pushovers to Sherwood's men. And a couple of changes for Burnley. In comes Glenn Whelan and Sam Vokes. They replace Ashley Barnes and Scott Arfield respectively. So 2 changes from that victory in the San Siro on Wednesday. Let's have a look at the Villa side. Brad Guzan is preferred to Shea Given in goals. Dirk Kuyt will play in a 3-man attack with Benteke and Wyman. Delph, Westwood and Richardson on the midfield trio, with Vlar and Clark the 2 centre-backs. So Villa in the white to get us underway, attacking the goal to our left. Burnley, of course, in those famous claret and blue. Away we go. We're off and running. Burnley have only lost 2 games this season. They've only lost 1 at home all season competitively. That was in the Champions League to AC Milan. And have conceded a penalty. Referee on the spot. Trippier, the man who brought the player down, he gets a yellow card. Now, it was Byman who we tagged there. He definitely fouled him. Disastrous start here for the Clarets. And Christian Benteke has the chance to put Villa in front with just 6 minutes on the clock. Benteke against Eaton. Oh. Well, that was coolness personified, and that was the cheekiest penalty you'll see all season. But Burnley have made the worst possible start, and Benteke has made them pay. Even if it was a bit that just reminded me a little bit of Anthony Panenka back in '76 in the European Championship final against West Germany, when he was playing for Czechoslovakia, and Dwight York when he was playing for Aston Villa against Sheffield United back in 1996. It is quite a neat penalty, but it's come at Burnley's expense. So Benteke gets his 5th of the season, albeit rather cheekily. If the Clarets are going to get anything from this game, they've got to come from behind. It's Gnabry. Good running by Gnabry. That's a good run. Guzan saves at the near post. Well, there's no doubt about that one. It's a good bit of goalkeeping. Trippier has to watch his step. I have to say, good refereeing on the penalty incident compared to the one in Milan on Wednesday, when Arfield was the man who was sent off. The referee did err on the side of caution as regards the suitable punishment for Trippier's misdemeanor. Meanwhile, at the other end, we've got Sam Vokes through now for Burnley. 1-1. Magnificently taken by Sam Vokes. The Clarets go mad. Joyous scenes here around Turf Moor. And Burnley are back in business at 1-1. Just shakes up Clark here. Gets 1-1 with Guzan. And what a finish into the back of the net. Brilliant finish. So 1-1 is the score. And Vokes gets his fourth for the season. And Burnley restore parity. That was a magnificent finish. Ings to Vokes. He's keeping his feet rather well. Well, that's a good ball in behind. Danger here. Oh no, it's another penalty. Westwood, the man, tricked. And another yellow card shown to a Burnley player. This time Stephen Ward. So both wing-backs have given away both penalties. And it was a penalty. And it was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. Just when Burnley had got themselves back in business. Well, we've got 25 minutes gone here. And Christian Benteke could make it 2-1 to Villa. And he has. And Tom Eaton can count himself again. Very unfortunate. 3 penalties in a week that Burnley have conceded, and all of them have been dispatched with coolness. Let's have a look at it again. Went for the middle, and Eaton just couldn't get there. Got something on it. Just didn't come off in the end, and Burnley now trail for the second time today. Tim Sherwood's side have really gone for the throw here. Remember, Burnley haven't lost in the Premier League this season here at Turf Moor. Well, they're in certain danger here of doing that. They've got to get their act together, and quick. Here's Ings. Danny Ings missed it. Should have been 2-2. He closed in. He beat Guzan, but he couldn't beat the far post. Villa here. Having a good first half for themselves. Needed 2 penalties to get themselves in front twice. Nothing wrong with that challenge by Dawson. Played half an hour. Some Vokes. Vokes is cross. Danger here. Corner kick. He's got 2 goals today, Benteke. This was the second penalty. He nearly saved it. He was rather unlucky, actually. 4,500 Villa fans absolutely cock-a-hoop at the moment. Here's Jones with the corner. It wasn't a very good one. Trippier had to stay on his feet there. He couldn't really afford to slide in there. Well taken quickly. Kieran Clark. Good covering back from Gnabry. Good play to find Trippier. Though have had, interestingly enough, 64% of possession. which on the away side is very unprecedented. Here's Folks though, he could level it up, good save. Guzan is having a good end to the first half. Two magnificent saves there. Going to be Kitely with it from the far side. And he was jumping, but he was beaten to it. And here comes Villa now, breaking forward. Dawson doing magnificently. Gnabry. Not a good ball. Following up a great result in Milan. We haven't played well in this first half. And now is the half-time whistle. You can tell what the Burnley fans think of that first half performance. They trail to 2 goals, 2 penalties from Benteke. So Vokes equalised for Burnley, but at half-time here, it's Burnley 1, Aston Villa 2 here. Well, welcome back to Turf Moor. Burnley are trailing, as you well know. So here's some of the other half-time scores. We'll run through them all for you up and down the country. At Anfield, a surprise there. Liverpool 0, Stoke City 2, believe it or not. Burnley beat Stoke in that last league game before this one. At Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 1, Hull City 0. At Loftus Road, it's a one-sided affair there. QPR 3, Leicester City 0. At St Mary's, it's Southampton 1, Manchester City 1. So at the moment, Southampton really holding the champions well there. At White Hart Lane, it's Spurs 0, Everton 1. At the Stadium of Light, it's Sunderland 0, Chelsea 1. Swansea 1, Palace 1 at the Liberty Stadium there. West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 1 at the Hawthorns. And at Upton Park, West Ham 1, Newcastle United 0. And at Turf Moor, it's Burnley 1, Aston Villa 2. Burnley have it all to do in this second half. But they're going to attack the Jimmy McAvoy end to our right, to our left rather, in this second half. Villa, the Cricketfield stand to our right, and here's Danny Ings. Ings it through, good save by Guzan. And Ings couldn't get in there to pick up the pieces. Here come Villa. Good tackle. Whelan. Folks again. It's Sam Folks! And again, yes! 2-2! Remarkable save here at Turf Moor! And Folks had his second! He's come back into the side today! And he's come back in with a bang! 2 each! And it's game on! Fifth goal of the season, and it's 2-2 here in what's turning out to be a classic. So Burnley twice behind, but then again they're twice level. Folks has 2, Benteke's got 2, both on hat-tricks now. It's a thriller with the Villa away from home, but here's Spinks now. He's through for the chorus. It's Danny Ings for Burnley. Saved by Guzan. Keeps Villa in it at 2-2. Now Kitely. Sweet skills. Now what about the cross? Not a bad one, but it's nodded to safety. Well to Burnley. Jones. Shackle. That's a lot of Ward there, but he's done rather well. In fact, he's done better than that. He's found Kitely. And Kitely steadied up well. Ings! And another good save by Guzan. Not sure whether that was going in. There was a man on the line. Clark. Batley with the corner. Free header. Good save. Renvoi congratulates the goalkeeper there, because that, to all intents and purposes, was 3-2 to Burnley. Substitution for Aston Villa. Charles Nzokbia is replacing Ashley Westwood, who won one of the 2 penalties. He won the second one there, as you can earlier, from Stephen Ward. So Nzokbia is going to get 25 minutes of action here at Turf Moor. Meanwhile, he's going to defend a corner taken by Jones. Drops the wall. A little floater. And as far as Trippier this time. Crossing towards the penalty area. 20 minutes to go. Exactly. 2-2. Benteke has kept possession rather well. Benteke has scored! Oh, his own work! Christian Benteke! He completes his hat-trick. And he becomes the first player on the opposition to score a hat-trick at Turf Moor this season. What an unbelievable goal! He can't believe it either. He picked the ball up inside his own half, ran down the left-hand side, cut inside, beat 3 challengers from Burnley players, and has rammed a hat-trick in. Goal number 7 in the league this season. And Burnley again, for the 3rd time of asking, have to come from behind. Otherwise it could be the 2nd defeat of the season in the league. And 3rd defeat in total, and the 2nd defeat at Turf Moor this season in competitive football. And that's not good news going into a League Cup quarter-final at Tottenham. Just 2 days later, Chelsea 2-1 up, by the way, at Sunderland. I don't know if he's actually pulled a goal back for Sunderland. Here's Dawson. They only have 12 minutes to save it. It's a good ball into wings. Couldn't dig it out from under his feet there. Oh, feeding the possession rather well, and that's a good ball over the top again. Benteke again steering in. Oh! Could have had a 4th one there. Going to be a change in the offing for Aston Villa as we see Benteke's opportunity again. In fact, he's getting a rapturous round of applause from the Villa fans, but blows from 3 quarters of Turf Moor, and Gabriel Poblahor is going to be replacing there. Burnley, as it stands, slipping to their first home defeat of the season. Well, Danny Ings and some folks do something now. Folks goes down, nothing due from the referee. Clark got away with it. Poblahor, away by Jones. Folks doing well. Ings is onside here if he can play it forward. And he's through this time. Danny Ings! No, it's just not going to be his day, I don't think. Guzan's kick. Trippier across. And Burnley slipped to defeat for the first time this season. A hat-trick for Benteke. They led 3 times in the match and they won it at the 3rd time of asking. Sam Vokes scored 2 for Burnley, equalised twice, but Burnley slipped to their first league defeat at home this season. Burnley 2, Aston Villa 3. Well, there we are. Unfortunately, it's not a great way to leave October and the end, and well, November to end the videos really for November. Well, we had 2 great wins against Stoke, and well, we had a professional win against Stoke, a tremendous result with 10 men against Milan, and then unfortunately we couldn't beat Villa. We honestly we tried our best, but Benteke was just too hot to handle, and those 2 penalties really didn't do us any favours there as regards the result this afternoon. So first defeat in the league this season for us, and that's disappointing really, you know, considering that our record was proud. Only 1 defeat in competitive games this season, and that admittedly was to a very good AC Milan side, but to lose to Villa it really does stink a little bit and leaves a bad taste in the mouth. But the positive that Sam Vogt's got goals, but this is how the league table now stands, and with that victory for Villa, it certainly pulls a spanner in the works. Villa move up to 7th with a victory there for them, so they're fairly in with a shout of getting into them top 5 places. As for to the top of the table, Chelsea now with their victory at Sunderland move level with us. The crucial thing is we've lost 2 games and they've lost none, but we've won more games than them anyway. And we've got a better goal difference, and it's only our better goal difference. We've got better goals for and a better goals conceded ratio. We've got a plus 23 goal difference compared to their 14. So that's sort of kept us above Chelsea, but Chelsea have drawn level on points, and that is a little bit alarming really, after a disappointing defeat there to Aston Villa. As for the Champions League, however, that's looking a bit more rosier once we get to them. Looks like it's Barcelona and CSKA Moscow are both through with 1 game to spare. Olympiacos definitely through. They've won all 5 of their games, and then it's a toss-up between Valencia and Monaco for the runners-up spot, and Electra already out. Arsenal easily through, and then it's a 3-way shootout there between Napoli, Paris Saint-Germain and Grasshopper Zurich. Any one of those 3 could go through. We're comfortably blue now, along with AC Milan into the knockout round, so both of us are through. It's all about now, can we hope that Milan lose a second and we win? We'll see. But we are through, so that's a good bit of news for us. We don't need to, you know, we can try and play with a bit more freedom at home to Lyon in the next video. Besiktas are through. Borussia Dortmund could join them with a victory themselves. Rubin Kazan could still sneak through. Don't think Sporting have any God-given chance. And also going through, I believe, is Man City and Bayern. They've just got 2 bigger points all there to sort out. The most Group G is the one that we've got to watch out for. Any 1 or 3 teams there, that's Chelsea, Juventus and Schalke, can actually go through. So any 2 from 3 there, Shakhtar are out. Although they can only finish as high as 3rd. But having looked at their goal difference, it looks an unlikely proposition. They're going to probably pop up the table. But that is the top 3 places though. It's dead tight. 2 go through to the knockout 16. The 3rd place team obviously qualifies for the Europa League. So there we are. Well, we'll be back with the December and the start of the Spurs Capital One quarter-final. Until then, keep subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.